Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Lee Tarot. So we have the Midnight Magic and the Wisdom of the Oracle for our decks today. This should be a relatively fast reading. I've pulled the cards ahead of time and I have a deep understanding of we'll call it the story that this reading will bring. But before I get into it, I wanted to share a little story with you. First of all, I am still a little bit under the weather. I'm kind of going in and out of getting fully better, so just bear with me. So I have recently relocated, and the second day that I was here, I let out my very feral cat to do her business and acclimate and come back. I've done this twice now with two different moves, and she's done surprisingly well. I got her as a stray, and I've always wanted to give her that autonomy and not make her an indoor cat. So, some of you might say that's right, wrong. Honestly, I'm doing what I feel energetically called to do based on what Ivy is asking of me. So, I do telepathically communicate with both my cat and my dog. So, but anyway, she really wanted to go out the second night that we were out, and she's normally out at night. She is a wonderful huntress, and I just figured I'm going to trust that she knows what she's doing. She was gone for weeks, weeks, and I would check in with her telepathically, energetically, and everything was okay. She was telling me that she was fine. Needless to say, I was worried. I felt like I had done something wrong letting her go outside, even though that's what she's used to. That's, been the protocol numerous other times. So I was so guilt ridden that I did the wrong thing. And I was also feeling like something was taken from me. I love this cat. She was a surprise gift from the universe. She helped me in ways that I cannot explain if you don't have a cat. I have had dogs forever, and bringing the energy of a cat that is a soul family member into your life, it is so interesting, so connected in a way that is just different than the way I connect with my dog. And anyone that knows me knows that I love my dog. He is my fur son. And that being said, it's still different with a cat. It's a different energy. So we talk about energy and sensing the difference. I highly recommend getting both a cat and a dog, integrating them well into the same household, but having both of those energies in your house is very powerful. It's very protective. Anyways, long story short, out of the blue, my cat was returned by a lovely neighbor lady. I met a new friend. We hugged. She was like nearly in tears. And, she lived right down the road. She was so happy to have returned this cat. And she said, she's so sweet. I wish I could have kept her, but we have an older cat that just doesn't blend well with a younger cat like that. So, all this to say, I was worried. I was scared that my intuition was lying to me. I felt like maybe I was pushing off my, I don't want to say my relief. It wasn't relief, but it was this kind of nonchalance of like, she'll come back. It's fine. She knows what she's doing. I was afraid that I was bullshitting myself. And then out of the blue, I'm at my desk working, and this lady just shows up at my door, knocks on my door. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, you probably have the wrong house." And she goes, "Nope, I'm here for you." There is a message within all of this that this collective needs to hear. Now, as I jump into this reading, Ivy is so happy to be back home. I'm so happy to have her back home. She has not left the house since she got back 3 days ago. We'll see how this plays out with her being an indoor outdoor cat. But for right now, she's at home and she's happy and she's content. So, what's meant for you really will find you, really, truly, because I was not putting out lost and found posters. I was not freaking out. I was internally worried that I was not worried enough, but I just really felt like she was communicating with me that she was fine. And this woman said, "Oh, she and I sat out on the front porch and she tried to drink my coffee. That's what she does. She's a little shit that way." And I'm like, "No, that's my cat. That's my cat." So she's like, "I love her so much." She said, "If you ever need someone to pet sit your dog or your cat, I'm happy to do so." So now all of a sudden I have a pet sitter. And I've been looking at doing travel trips and needing to find that right person to watch my animals. And it sort of happened like that the last time I moved, that my pet sitter and the friendships that I made around the women and people that were supporting me and my pets became close friends. So there's just so much beauty in the way we let synchronicities pull us into what's meant for us. So as I pulled the cards, I had the Eight of Swords card. And I want to read just a little bit about these because they do have special stories with the mushrooms associated. The Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Now, the first card, the Eight of Swords. This is such a cool reading because of because of how random and unstaged this is. I, I can't create this kind of magic. I can't manufacture it myself. I literally experience it and I share it with you, and hopefully it inspires you to kind of trust your intuition more. Let your life unfold for you as it needs to, because it really is kind of magical if you allow it to be. So the Eight of Swords card in this deck says, you are unable to take action due to restriction of physical injury or a mental trauma. But this outside force has trapped you in an inescapable predicament. Rely on your intuition rather than your thoughts to free yourself. This really reminds me of what I was going through mentally with this cat. I mean, my intuition was telling me everything's fine. Don't worry. Your cat is alive. She's physically alive. She's well. She's communicating with you. She'll be back home with you shortly. And I just thought, this has got to be bullshit. And I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Make myself feel better about not looking for her. Okay. And she came back. And I think that the woman that had her got something out of that time that they, shared together. So in that way, Ivy was helping this other person, right? Animals have such contracts with humans to help and guide us. And we don't even fully understand it. I think there's a beauty in that. So as we jump to the next card, the Five of Pentacles, this really is its limitation specifically of money because it is associated with pentacles, but it could be lack of progress in general, seeing physical, tangible things that are progressing forward. So there's a stagnant energy to that Five of Pentacles card. Think about if you're lacking funds, you can't go make things happen. You normally have to invest in something. If you're building a business or you're building a home or you're building a family. Fortunately, unfortunately, you need money for all of those things. And if there's a lack there, you're kind of stuck, right? Things need to get moving and flowing again to allow money, abundance, help, assistance, whatever you're going to get to flow. But if something's stuck, it's stuck. And you're going to need help to get that unstuck. So I normally rely on my guides to help me get unstuck because just using your mind is not going to get you where you want to go. Okay. Five of Pentacles, loss, hardship, struggle. You may lose something significant soon. To soften this potential hardship, be adaptive and aware of your assets. Now, the Five of Pentacles is me losing my cat. I thought I lost her. The Page of Cups card, as I step into the meaning of this card, this is a specialty blue mushroom. And I kept hearing when I pulled this card out of the blue, just out of the blue. Something is coming in out of the blue. Page of Cups is flowing energy. This could be flowing love, flowing money, flowing inspiration. To read the definition, develop skills with boundless and childlike energy and explore your ambitions. Allow your creativity and curiosity to drive you. What an exciting time this is. Let inspirational inclinations flow through you. So, the mushroom is called the blue pink gill. A delightful new idea or opportunity has come to you out of the blue. I didn't realize that actually had that meaning in this card. Think outside of the box to imbue this moment with memorable originality. The color blue in the blue pink gill is rare in the realm of fungi. Try to give the world something unique and wonderful to appreciate as well. So, there is something about lack turning into abundance. That's a very simple way to say it. But to ask another deck, I pulled from the Oracle and I got no place like home. This is wanting comfort, a need for comfort, a deep need for comfort. Soulmates, this could be soul family or romantic love, and then milk and honey. So both of these sets of cards are kind of taking us from, not that this is a card of lack with the no place like home card, but I do look at it as someone is not where they want to be. They're not at home. There's no place like home. I want to go home, right? So this is a card of desire and want and not having what you want at this time. Stepping into the soulmate energy, that's assistance from soul family, your guides, and or you coming into alignment with your soul family or your soul mate romantic partner, whatever you want to call it. There's so many names for things anymore. The last card being the milk and honey card. This is the very last card that I pulled. I really believe that we are coming into a time where there is more abundance that's available now that was not before. What I mean by that is the abundance is always there. Our access to it is not. We might not be ready to fully receive. We might not be ready to receive our milk and honey. It's driving me bonker bananas today. But this is something changing quickly. I mean, the Eight of Swords card in the traditional tarot is fast movement from lack, Five of Pentacles, stagnation, to movement out of the blue, new inspiration, new ideas that lead you to build, to grow, to make that thing that you want to make. This could be being depressed or having no energy to all of a sudden you are full of energy. You have the mental capacity to step into the things that you've been wanting to do for weeks, months, years. And we're stepping into the milk and honey inevitably because of what is being set up for us. So, of this, I have no doubt something very positive is going to come out of the blue. And it might be a new opportunity, or it could be a deep and sincere returning to you of something that is yours. The funny thing was, the woman that had this cat posted it online in a group forum for lost animals in our county. 3 women were jumping at the opportunity to get Ivy. One woman even showed up at her house unannounced to get this cat, that's a little weird. But people were clamoring to take Ivy away. And this woman said, no, I just have this feeling. And she had met the front neighbors, and she's right next to the front neighbors. She drove all the way back here and she said, I'm so sorry. I'm about to take this cat to the Humane Society, but I have this deep feeling that she is already accounted for. Is this your cat? And I pulled out my phone. We exchanged pictures, numbers, started laughing. And she said, I will be back in like 10 minutes. She goes back home, gave her the cat carrier, comes back with the cat, gives me a great big hug, and leaves. I set the cat carrier down, I let my cat out, and to say she was stunned for like the first day is an understatement. She was definitely in a bit of shell shock. But it's been so beautiful to reestablish my relationship with my cat and realize that nothing that is truly yours will be taken from you. It might be paused, it might be delayed, but something that is truly yours will come out of the blue. So you don't have to worry. It's all being taken care of in divine alignment and timing. All right. I hope this reading had value. I love you guys. Until next time, have a beautiful day.